Is it over yet? Cube 2 HyperCube. This is the sequel to the first movie that came out in 1997, and I'm continuing on my series of Cube reviews. I've already reviewed the first Cube. If you want to check out that review, that is on my channel right now. I released that a few hours ago, and now we're moving on to Cube 2 HyperCube. Okay. Okay, where do I get into this? How do I honestly start talking about this movie? This is an awful movie. There is not a single positive thing I can say about this movie. Like, from beginning to end, this is a huge CGI mess. And, like, not only that, like, the story, characters, like, production design, set design, fucking everything in this movie is complete and utter dog shit. Like, there is not a single, like, moment in this movie that I thought had even the slightest bit of entertainment. There was not a single thing I enjoyed in this movie or I found entertaining. Okay, so yeah, let's get into this. The first and biggest negative, because I'm not even going to worry about talking about the positives because there is nothing on that end of things. So I'm just going to jump right into the negatives. The CGI. This is a CGI mess. There is no clear vision of what's on display on the CGI, and plus it looks horrendous. This is the type of CGI you can create on paint, and here's the thing, you don't even need a budget. That's what this CGI looks like, and it's all like that. It's all just a mess. It's a ball of mess. It's a ball of big fucking squiggly lines, like all stacked into one. That's what the CGI is in this movie. And it looks horrendous. And all of the kills are CGI. There's one kill in particular that looks absolutely awful. Kills I've ever seen in horror movies. And this is one of the worst horror sequels I've ever watched and I've ever laid eyes on. And on top of that, this is an awful movie in general. Like, just from a quality of film perspective, like, there is nothing quality in this. Like, everything is half-assed. The cinematography is half-assed. And here's the thing, the fucking director of this is the cinematographer for Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Like, how on earth can you get that wrong? And he's also I believe he was the director of photography on this. So he had a say in the cinematography. How on earth can you mess up the cinematography after working on a Quentin Tarantino movie? Like, it makes no sense to me. Everything in this movie, like, everyone just looks like they are half-assing it. And the performance is a great example of that. Every actress and actor that is in this movie, every single performance or portrayal in this, like, they feel like they just don't want to be there. Like, I can see that they're trying, and I can give them maybe a slight bit of credit, but at the same time, that's not saying a lot about the acting. Like, the acting is still horrendous in this movie. Like, there is not a single level of charisma, energy, or good delivery in this movie. Everyone is just, like, there. And there's also just some really weird dialogue in the movie as well. Like, there's this, like, a grandma character. I forget what her name is. All the characters are forgettable in this, but, like, her first line when she came on screen was absolutely priceless. I laughed so loud when she came on screen. It was just hysterical. And then there's other lines that she says throughout this movie that is just so ridiculous and odd and just feels so out of place. Editing and the pacing, like, the editing in this is complete shit. Like, there is a very awkward sex scene in Gravity, well, on Gravity, should I say, sorry, and it's yeah. I have no words to describe that scene. The editing in it, like how it's shot horrifically. It's this sped up, like it's a sped up mess. Like that's this entire movie is. It's a mess. Like I can't use any other word. Um, and yeah, the pacing of it is horrific. I did not enjoy a single thing about this movie. I had my life watching this. I have no intention in ever revisiting any moment or scene from this movie ever. So I'm gonna stick to the first movie. Fuck, let's get this third movie out of the way. Fuck, I hope it's better. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next review.